Ciao! What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna top load a load of caustic soda, 50%. So follow me along on our way to Greenbay. As always, when you get to the customer, you always scale empty, and then once you load it, you scale back loaded, and away we go, off to Greenbay. That quick. It really wasn't that quick. We actually had to go back twice because the guy that loaded me didn't end up putting enough product to get me to what the customer was looking for. And of course, after that, it was like around 9 o'clock by the time we got out on the road. I think it was 8 o'clock, 8:39. We had all this traffic on 294, and it's summer, you know, construction season everywhere. It seems like there's construction all the way from 294 and 55 all the way up into past Milwaukee. So it wasn't that fun of a ride, especially not at that time of day. Okay guys, right here I actually crossed the border into Wisconsin, and if you're familiar with the area, you know there's a scale right away. It's DOT Blitz week. They actually ended up pulling me into the scale because I was pretty close to it, so I was kind of nervous that they were going to take me around back for an inspection, but boom, green light, let's go, peace. I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that because that whole week I was just, it's nerve-wracking, you know. The truck is fine, trailer's fine, but you just never know. DOT always finds something. They always find something to pin you on. But luckily I was good. That's why I like to have the truck extra clean during these times, you know, like DOT Blitz week. Try to wash it, get a PM done, grease everything up, check everything out, you know. You never wanna, you always wanna make sure that everything's on point anyways. So, yep. Here we ended up coming into Milwaukee, which I thought it was gonna be fine for the time of day, but I felt like it was moving kind of slow because of the construction, you know, because you go back to 45, 55, 50 until you finally get open. I think you don't get it doesn't really open up out of the construction zone. Like I can't remember the mile marker, but it's a pretty long path past Milwaukee that the construction actually ends, where you could actually open her up. But you know, part of trucking, guess you gotta deal with it. Ciao! 3 hours and 45 minutes later. Nah, it was close to 4 hours, I'll be honest. Finally get into the town of Greenbay, and we arrive at the customer. A lot of railroad tracks before I get to the customer. It's kind of annoying because you gotta stop at all these railroad tracks, especially with this load. It just surges all the time, but we got there safely, thank God. Ciao! What up, YouTube? Alright, so real quickly, we're about to go offload this caustic soda, and I hate I hate offloading acid, especially when the customer doesn't do everything that you gotta help out. It's a pain in the ass because then you gotta suit up and everything. But I'm just gonna show you a little, really briefly, what you gotta wear to to offload acid, just for your protection, for your safety. Just makes everything go way smoother. It sucks, especially if it's like a hot day, but you know, you'd rather be protected than have some acid fall on you or whatever. Here you go. I'll show you real quick. The rubber gloves, hard hat with the splash guard, safety goggles to go all the way around, and then you got the rubber suit for the legs, and then the top of the part for your upper body. Wear this stuff, guys. I mean, if the customer does everything, then cool. Go to bed, chill in the sleeper, and they'll take care of everything. But if you gotta help out, it's better to suit up. And yeah, guys, so that was a little quick brief of what you need to offload. What's up, guys? So really quickly, I thought I would mention to you guys exactly what you're looking for when you're hauling any type of hazmat. For any of those of you barely starting out, just to know that you're always going to get a bill of lading, and that bill of lading will tell you your weight, the chemical you're hauling, and then it'll give you the emergency response number in case you have a spill or whatnot. And then secondly, well, sometimes, but most of the time, especially for bulk liquid, they always usually give you a scale ticket. It'll tell you your gross, your tear, and your net. You need those for when you deliver. I mean, some customers, they have their own scales, so it doesn't even matter, because they just want to make sure that they have around what is stated on the actual bill of lading. And then third would be the C of A, the certificate of analysis. That certificate of analysis basically proves that it went to the lab and they certify that the product is what it states it is. You know, if it's whatever, methanol, acid, blah blah blah, it is what it is. Some customers, they have their own lab. They pull a sample out of the trailer and they take it to their lab, and then they do their own analysis to make sure that the product is pure and it's clean and no impurities or whatever, and it's to their liking. And then fourth, which I think is the most important thing, especially if it's a chemical that you've never hauled before, is the SDS, the safety data sheet. That safety data sheet will let you know anything you need to know about that chemical you have on your bag, whether it be the freezing point, the flash point, the inhalation hazard, emergency, like what you do in an emergency if you spill it on yourself or you actually have a spill on the lot itself. Tells you everything you need to know about that product. So if you're not familiar with the product, I recommend, you know, brief over it real quick for a couple of seconds or minutes, and then that SDS, you know, you're able to just give it to the officer. It's the same thing as your emergency response guidebook. It tells you all the information about the specific chemical that you're hauling, so brush up on that before you haul. It's just good to know, especially for offloading. Like this load that I'm doing with acid, I'm not too familiar with the product. I've never even heard of it, so I brushed up on it, you know. And then I wore the proper stuff to offload it, you know, the rubber gloves, the rubber suit, the safety goggles, the face shield, you know, the splash shield. It's just stuff you want to take into account before you're offloading, because you don't want to get hurt on the job. You know, this is your livelihood. It's what you do, you know. But yeah, let's get to it. Peace. All right, guys, we're all hooked up. We have a belly line. So the belly goes into the building. We used a 3 to 2, and then aired up on top up to 25 psi, and we let it rip. We'll come back in a few and check. All right, guys, so this is me. I'm already on my way back, coming back to Milwaukee. It took us about an hour and 10 minutes to offload. It was rather quick. I don't really get to show you that much of the offload. Pretty much it was just air, 25 psi into the tank, and then it went straight to the building. We used a 3-to-2 fitting. They have a 2-inch hose. They use a 2-inch fitting inside their warehouse. We use a 2-inch hose. We just used one 20-foot hose. That's all we pretty much needed. I didn't really want to. I mean, I really can't be recording anyways because it's real difficult with all the gear on. So I didn't want to mess around, take off my clothes, record, and blah blah blah. So I just got to show you a little brief of what happened, and this is on our way back. We hit a bunch of traffic on our way back, of course, because when you leave at that time, you come back at that time. Fun ride. You get traffic in Milwaukee, and then of course you get the traffic in O'Hare. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I almost ran out of fuel. I forgot I needed fuel, and luckily we were able to get into the truck stop. The truck was not feeling too well. My fuel gauge is off for some reason. It says I think I was at a quarter, and I was already feeling it. But luckily we made it. Got enough fuel to get back home, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, that's pretty much the video, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you don't want to watch the rest of this driving video, that's cool. Let me know what you think on the comments, or if you have any more suggestions on what you really want to see in these videos. I'm new to this, so any feedback, I appreciate it. And thanks for any of the likes or any of the comments. Goes a long way. Appreciate it, guys. Hope to teach you guys more on what's out there. And don't forget, ciao, peace.